Welcome back to the Clash of the Rams finale. I'm Jeremy Hayes here with Mike McMahon and Davison Perez. All right, guys, this is the final debate. Winner take all. Everybody in here is graduating, so this is it. So, guys, the topic is, should Claude Juelien be fired from the Boston Bruins? Mike, go ahead and start us off.
All right. Well, I mean, it seems a little ludicrous to think that, 2 years after a President's Cup trophy that a coach could be on the hot seat. But I really think that there comes a time when it's just time to move on. It's time to get a change in an organization. And I think the Bruins have already started that change by getting rid of Peter Chiarelli as their GM. And I don't really like forcing a new GM to come in and make him stick with the personnel that's already there. I really think that they shouldn't, go halfway on this. I think that if they want changes in the personnel, they should go all out and they should make those changes.
I just think it complicates things. It's similar to the Boston Celtics when you have a coach like Doc Rivers leave and you bring in a new guy and you have all these new pieces and I don't think it would work. I think the Bruins go as Claude Juelien goes, and I don't think they would have won, and I'm sure you can agree with me, they wouldn't have won the championship when they did if it wasn't somewhat for Claude Juelien. And I think Claude Juelien is that kind of coach that if you give him players and you give him bodies, he will win you championships.
Yeah, but I think that with the players that they already have, so Claude Julien is a defensive coach. With the players that they have, with your Patrice Bergerons, even your Chars, even though he's getting older, they're always going to be a really good defensive team. I don't think they need a defensive coach. I think that their forwards know how to play defense. Louis Eriksson is a two-way forward. He can play defense no matter who's coaching him. They need somebody who's going to be on the bench who could tell them how to put the puck in the net because they can't do it, and it's ridiculous. The best player on the team should be Milan Lucic by far. The guy is an absolute animal on paper, and he can't score. They can't put people on the line to give him the puck, to give him opportunities to score. I am so sick of watching this offense fumble around. No, it's not.
You can't blame the coach for that.
No,
you gotta talk to
But you know what though?
Milan Lucic for that.
I'm gonna go.
And get him to start
off
playing
topic
better.
and go to the Caps a little bit. Alexander Ovechkin used to take a lot of crap for not being able to play defense. The Washington Capitals went out and got Barry Trotz, a defensive coach, and guess what? Alexander Ovechkin maybe had one of the best years of his career, offensively and defensively.
One man, guys.
He was the best forward in hockey, playing defense and offense. You need to hire a coach that's going to give your team the most benefit. And right now, the Bruins' problem is scoring.
But isn't he a defensive coach? I mean, if he's a defensive coach, I mean, that
you're right, but
plays to your point. He would make people
defensive
better
hockey
defensively.
But you know what? Hockey's changing, though. Scoring is becoming the most important thing in hockey.
But
by
defense
far,
wins championships.
Bad,
if you have a defensive coach,
not necessarily. The
need
Ducks are an offensive team. The Lightning are an offensive team.
But have they won in the recent years?
But they're
You
in
need a
the
defensive
playoffs right
coach.
now. We're not talking about
I
past
understand.
years. If we were talking
but
about
they
past
will
years,
not
if we were
win
talking
a championship without a defensive-minded coach and a defensive
they might.
I gotta cut you guys off.
No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. You know who's definitely not winning the championship this year? The Bruins, because Claude Julien couldn't get them in the playoffs.
A lot of their players were
guys.
injured.
All right.
A lot of their players were
All right.
injured this year. They didn't have a full squad, and that is why they are not in a position to win.
It's time for a change.
All right, guys.
I'm
All
sick of
right.
watching that
All right.
offense fumble. It's brutal.
Are you both good now? Got all out.
Woosah.
That was a great debate, though. Seriously, guys. We're gonna announce the winner in our next segment, so guys, stick around for that.